believe in yourself, man. Like you're worth it. You deserve everything that you have right now. And as a matter of fact, you deserve way more. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. All right.
All right. Awesome.
So my name is Dan Castro, and I'm gonna be a freshman this fall, and I'm gonna be majoring in business economics. Hopefully, gonna minor in entrepreneurship, but I don't know. We'll see.
No. And right now, what high school are you in currently?
So it's like this new charter school.
Fourth year. I'm a third year right now.
Yeah.
And I'm finally gonna declare my major. So.
Oh really?
Yeah. My major is hopefully I'm gonna decide. Hopefully I'm gonna declare it. It's gonna be mathematics, AOS. So AOS stands for Atmospheric and Oceanic Sciences. But it's only because I'm gonna be able to graduate on time because of switching so many times. And I'll finally graduate next year. But hopefully I can meet you like in person after this whole thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I have like a couple of questions.
Yeah, go for it. Heavy with anything. I could try to answer anything, and then if I can't find the answer to it, I can direct you towards somebody that might be able to. So,
all right.
Yeah.
So like, you're also a first-gen student, right?
Yes, I'm a first-gen student.
All right, for sure.
Yes.
So, what have been some of your like biggest struggles as a first-gen student, and like what steps have you taken to overcome those challenges?
Okay, so one of the biggest struggles that I've faced here at UCLA is adjusting to the quarter system from a semester point of view. I think that's the biggest thing. In high school, semester is like 15 weeks or so. The quarter system is 12 weeks. Realistically, it's 11 weeks because, realistically, it's 10 weeks. you have 10 weeks of school, and then your 11th week is just finals weeks. So that we just go all in and we go all hard, I think that's one of the biggest struggles that I've had coming to UCLA. I was trying so hard to like fit in with a certain group. So when I came in, I tried out all different clubs. Like I liked film and everything, so I tried the Bruin Film Society. I tried that for my freshman year. But the only thing about it is like they had a lot of upperclassmen and they give more opportunities to upperclassmen. So I left that. I was also part of like the UCLA Studio 22. That's another thing. I didn't like that as much because it was pretty much I was creating content for them. But you know how I like create content for
Yeah.
I saw it more as like they're not really paying me for this. And I'm gonna do my own thing. I was also part of like the yearbook for 2 years. My first 2 years, cool. I was like the photographer for them. But ultimately, like I didn't fit in. Like I guess I was trying to like find my little community and everything. But then I realized that like I wasn't supposed to fit in. If that makes any sense, like I had friends that would tell me like, oh, why don't you join a frat? Because I don't know. Are you thinking of joining like a frat or like a sorority? Oh, okay. But yeah, pretty much like the one thing I would always tell them is like I don't ride waves, I make waves. Yeah, they would always laugh, but it's true. When you get to UCLA, one of the things that I've noticed is like you get to really grow as a person and really what I've gathered out from my 3 years is like all the skills that I've gathered. Like when I came here, I wasn't working as hard. When I came in, like I even though I did have like goals, it was more about like having fun in my first year. So it's one of the things that I did. Like I went to parties and stuff, and I tried different things. But ultimately, none of that thing made me happy. What made me happy was like taking care of myself, meeting other people, sharing experiences, and I started my business too in 2018. So that's also like one of the things that I'm doing. I don't know. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, that answered other questions too.
Okay, no, yeah, go for it. Hit me with anything, bro.
So you said just to make sure, you said PLFs are part of APA or AAP, right?
Yes. They're a program in there. There's also I guess I could talk more about AAP, but yeah, so they offer peer learning facilitators, which are PLFs. They only offer it for like certain lower divisions, but econ classes they do offer them, so you're good on that. Yeah. And then they also have like peer counselors, which is pretty much like upperclassmen that are getting paid to give advice to lower classmen.
Mm.
And then there's all sorts of like counselors in there that would help you like navigate your major and help you with all those things. They also offer like scholarships and research programs there. I haven't been one to be captivated by research, but if that's something that you're interested in, you could definitely like check it out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I apply for AAP?
Much in the beginning of the quarter, like in weeks 1 or week 2, they always have like open house or like an orientation event where you go and you get to learn more about what AP offers and who. Yeah, just contact them on that day. Tell them that you want to be an AP student or you want to see if you're an AP if you're AP eligible, which I'm pretty sure you will be. Obviously, I can't assume, but because I don't know your situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, just ask them the first week 1 or week 2, but you'll be hearing it like a lot around campus and stuff.
Okay. All right. So how do like test? I heard that there's things as test banks, and like some people consider them cheating, like some people consider them not. Like, how do they work? Like, what is that like?
Okay, awesome. Quite a good question. So test banks. So there's Are you on your computer right now?
Yeah, I'm on my computer.
Okay, so if you go right now, right, I can send you the link right now, like through the little chat. But this would give you like a little like rundown of what a test bank is. But still, so pretty much what the Bruin Test Bank is, this is their online version, but there's a specific in-person office at the CPO office. So if the Bruin Bear is right here, if you walk straight and you go left, there's like a huge building, and that's the Student Activity Center.
And like across the student center?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, right there. Gotcha. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, right there, that's where the Bruin Test Bank will be located. I can't remember what room will be, but I think it's like on the second floor. I mean, on the first floor. But with the Bruin Test Bank, how it works is with the online version, the one that I just sent you. This one is free. You can access it. You see all the different. Are you on it right now? Or
I could get on it right now.
if you want, but pretty much yeah, right here there's like all sorts of like different classes right there.
Yeah,
you can see. And then you can click on one of them. So like, let's say for example you're interested in like an economics one. Right there you're able to see like the midterms, the final exams for certain professors. But those are so what the Brim Test Bank is pretty much people submit their own tests. If they get their test back, so you can submit it, and then you and then you could print out other tests for your other classes. And the way that works is like, let's say you did good on your test or you did bad or whatever, but you're trying to study for another class. You go to this office in the Student Activity Center, and you tell them, hey, I wanna know more about the test bank, or how can I get involved. They'll explain it to you, but pretty much like you turn in a test, so you get back a test. So they give you like so you turn in a test, you show them your Bruin card, they give you like a little sticker. I don't have my sticker anymore, and as a matter of fact, I don't know where my Bruin card is at, but yeah, once you have that sticker, then they give you like a time slot where you can sign up. Let's say they give it to you to have access like at 3:30 p.m. Then at 3:30 they'll let you get the iPads, and the iPads is gonna be like a better version of the online version. And the iPads, you'll get to see way more tests, and you could print them out.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so you can print out up to like five tests. I haven't used it too much because usually like I ask the way that I take my test now is like I have certain friends that that have already taken the courses that I've taken. So I just kind of ask them like, oh, can you let me borrow your test? You don't waste money, because ultimately you want to save as much as you can. But yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Wait, so do you need to do good on that test you submit?
Do you need a what?
Like, you know how you said you have to submit a test to get a test back? The test you're submitting, do you have to be like scoring high on it?
Oh no, they
no?
no, yeah, don't. Like, Yeah, no, like I've submitted a test where I did really bad on it, but
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I mean, ultimately they use those tests to share with other students as a resource. Some of those tests that people submit are either copies of the original. Some of the things some people submit are like they score really, really high, and those are usually the ones that are posted on the test bank. But they accept any type of test. There's no like requirement.
Okay.
And then another thing too, I know that there's organizations on campus that, or like clubs on campus that they have their own little test bank. I know that for a time I wanted to join like this organization called Soles, which is the Society of Latino Engineers and Scientists. And I know that like, well, through the group me, I know that they have their own test bank, Hermanos Unidos. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, so they also have their own little test bank from all the people that are in there. So those are other little test banks within, like outside of the Bruin test bank that is like the official one.
Right.
And yeah, the only thing you have to pay is just like 10 cents per page that you print out.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. But I do think you have like a time limit. I think you get like a 30-minute time limit to choose your test, because it like, yeah, usually what I advise is like, if you know you're gonna take like a class, try to go to the test bank like week 1 or week 2, because when it hits like week 3, week 4, week 5, that's when people start taking midterms, and it's gonna get packed, and it's gonna be a bit harder for you to get a test, because everybody's gonna book their appointments like those times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like any problem with cheating there, like at UCLA? I guess in class, like when you take a test, like is there any sense of cheating? Like people just whip out their phones and then just Google stuff.
Well, personally, I haven't been part of like that hasn't happened to with any of my classes. Like I haven't cheated because I don't want to
Yeah.
get kicked out, you know. But I do know that last quarter, when this whole pandemic situation came along, I saw, I don't know if you follow like the Reddit page on UCLA, but I'm on that a lot. I'm on that a lot, and people post a lot of memes. But yeah, some professors, well, at least some students in the Reddit, the UCLA Reddit page, they were saying that the professor suspected that everybody was cheating because our tests were online last quarter.
Yeah.
So like our final exams were online, and I guess some people for STEM, they uploaded their questions to check. And there's a way for them to like check it. So they got in trouble. What I suggest is you try not to cheat. But again, that's not yeah. I haven't cheated, but yeah, it has happened, and I do think that those students they talk to the deans. Obviously, I don't know like the stuff, but anything that has to do with like test banks or group meets with other classmates that you share answers with should be fine. And yeah, they wouldn't do anything to you, hopefully.
You wanna take a break? Wanna go get water or something?
I have my coffee right here. It's
Oh,
like a big
okay, for sure. I mean, like, all right. So, like, there's this other question. So, like,
yeah, go for
I
it.
feel like I'll be like at I don't know. To be honest, I feel like I'm like set back a bit because I'm literally coming in with like basically no college credit, and I know that most kids have credit because of their like backgrounds and then their courses. So, like, am I really that behind in that sense? And like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just worried in that sense. I feel like I'm on for work.
Yeah. Did you take any AP classes or were AP classes?
I did U.S. English and computer science last year.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's more than me. So, so I could totally sympathize with your feeling. I remember when I came in, I felt like I was gonna be at a disadvantage because I didn't take as much APs as people here did, and I know that a lot of my friends actually like they came in with a bunch of credit, and I felt like I was gonna be behind. But ultimately, what those credits are for you is, I mean, they do. So like, did you pass all your AP exams? Like, did you pass them?
No, I actually
okay, it's fine. But pretty much like the tests that you do pass, they count as credits. So because they count as credits, that leaves you with more room to have to do other things. Like I know a friend of mine, she came in with a lot of credits, and she was a freshman, but on her on her audit report.
Mm.
Have you heard of the audit report?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't think so.
So at UCLA, like in their website, when they'll go over this in orientation. Did they go over? Did you already do orientation? Not yet. Okay, yeah. So in orientation, they'll probably show you how to use like the My UCLA stuff and everything. But pretty much right there, there's a feature called the degree progress report. And in that you get to see like what classes, how many units you have, and are you on track to graduate and whatnot. And AAP, like if you do join AAP, they can help you explain this too. But pretty much like my friend came in, and through that she had like sophomore standing. So pretty much like if you come in with credits, with a lot of credits, you'll just be ahead. And she's actually graduating this year, so she didn't go to UCLA for 4 years. She's here 3 years. So ultimately that's what it helps you with, like if you take like AP English and AP Computer Science, you know, it gives you an advantage actually, because when you come here, because I took AP English too, and then I had to take like English writing 3 here at UCLA. But I already knew some of the concepts that I learned in English. They helped me out because they're all very similar. Obviously, they had their own little twist, but AP English and like English at UCLA is kind of very similar. I never took computer science at in high school, and I did take a programming course here last quarter. And even though like one thing that I should advise is like, even though everybody comes in with all different curriculum, and you meet people that come from like rich families, or like people come from like taking 10,000 APs, don't feel discouraged, because you guys are still in the same place. You know, like think of this as a race. Think of it like, well, obviously it's not a race, but if you think about it as a race, so like if you're going, they're just a little bit ahead of you, and you're right here. But if you work hard and if you really dedicate your time, you can get up here. I remember I had a friend that took like AP Calculus AB, and she would always like tell me like, oh, like she would always score higher than me, and I was like, damn, like, you know, but at the same time, when I started working harder, I got to her thing, and then eventually when we were in the same classes, like when we started taking like more English classes, then it really comes down to like, you know, this person might have talent, but I'm willing to work hard, and if you work hard, you're able to like grow there, you know, like. And I'm sure that even the people that come with APs feel like this. They feel like, oh, I might be behind or whatever. But ultimately, like, just really believe in yourself and believe that like you got here for a reason. You know, it wasn't luck; it was hard work. You worked for it. You got in here. So yeah, just continue to work hard. Don't be discouraged. I mean, I know you're gonna meet people that like hella know their things, but at the same time, like, don't compare yourself to anybody. Like, ultimately, this is your education. It's for you. And yeah, like I used to compare myself a lot actually with other people. But then when you start looking at like, oh, but this person had a private tutor, this person had this, like, it's not really you can't really compare anything. You know, it's like this person could be a car. I'm barely running, but if I work hard, then I could get my car and things like that. You know, so just don't let it discourage you. If anything, let it motivate you to do better. Hard. Yeah, and also associate yourself with people that have taken the classes before, because that's the only way that you're gonna get better at your craft. You know, if you're associated with people that are better than you, it's gonna help you. And if you're associated with people that are like so okay, so in classes, there's always gonna. I really believe this is true in like anywhere you go. Like, I believe that wherever you go, there's always somebody that is above you. So like people that are like getting straight A's, there's always you, and then there's always somebody trying to get to your level. So if you
that's kind of, bro. I feel like I've heard that.
No, believe me. Believe me. Trust me.
Okay.
Okay, so at least for me, that's what it's always been, you know. Like I always try to associate myself with somebody that is like hella a top student, and then there's somebody, and I associate somebody that I can help, you know, because the top student is gonna help you, and then you're gonna help somebody that is struggling a little less or a little more than you, you know. But yeah, surround yourself with people that are only gonna take you higher. in classes, and yeah, like ultimately you choose your friends. So they say that like the average, so like the people that the 5 common people that you associate yourself with, that's who you are. So
I don't know that.
So yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah, so like my top friends, one of them is a Regent scholar. One of them is an engineer.
Okay.
Those are like my closest friends, and then I have another one that she's a environmental science major. And then I have other people, but you know, you'll meet people in your GEs. You'll meet people everywhere. I don't know if that answers your question.
No, yeah.
Kind of went on a tangent, you know.
No, it's okay. Did you like? I know that there's this program called First to Go where they have kids like I don't know, live at UCLA over the summer, and then you have the chance to like take college credit. I don't know. Were you ever a part of that, or like do you know anything about it?
You're talking about the freshman summer program, the FSP. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know. But sure, I don't know. Because,
okay, so I think this could be 2 questions. FSP is a summer program for the current freshmen that you get to apply and you take classes in summer. I have friends that took it. I personally didn't take it. If you want to speak with somebody that took it, I can definitely direct you there. But pretty much it's like a summer program where you take classes. I think it's like 2 quarters, and you take classes for 6 weeks. So it goes really, really fast. But if you do join that program, those are gonna be like your first grades that you'll receive at UCLA. So you just gotta work for it. But people tell me that from with the people that I've talked to, obviously not my experience, people say that like that really prepared them for the UCLA stuff, because having everything in 6 weeks is much faster than in 12 weeks. And I feel like if you go to that summer program, you're gonna be way more prepared. I know I would have been more prepared if I would have done it. My friends that did do it, yeah, they already came in with like some new study skills and everything, because with everything you learn skills. And for me, it was harder for me because well, like I said, I didn't attend that program, but also it was like that switch from high school to UCLA.
Yeah, that transition.
But no, I didn't do it. But there's also, I think what you're talking about is the living learning communities. Are you gonna be living on campus?
Yeah, I'm gonna be living on campus.
Yeah. Have you heard of the living learning communities?
Yeah. That's where they like separate you based on like some preferences, right? Like you want to be with your first gen people or like Filipino, and like right?
Yeah. Did you apply to any
housing?
of them, or I
haven't done the housing application yet.
Okay.
But I'm probably the first gen thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I joined the Chicanx learning community. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
How was that?
How was it? It was all right. Personally, I feel like my floor was just too loud when I was trying to study. But I met some cool people there, and it was a good experience. I wish I would have gotten more involved with the learning community, because they would also do like little field trips on the floor. They would go to like downtown LA to try some tacos. I wish I would have gone. I didn't do it. But I did meet certain people. Like at the beginning of the quarter, they did like plan out like a dinner, like a freshman dinner, and you get to, or like a floor dinner. And then you get to meet other people on your floor and stuff with your roommates and stuff.
How did you pick your dorm mate?
Oh, I actually didn't. I went random my first. Yeah, so I went random my first year. I went random my second year, and then my third year, which was this year, I was commuting. But next year, I hope to get an apartment around campus, because it's gonna be my last year. So I want to just be as close as possible to UCLA.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of just did random, like I said, because I well, for one, I didn't go to FSP, so I didn't really meet anybody that I hadn't known anybody. And then on top of that, like my high school friends that came here, yeah, one of them was a girl, and I can't live with the girls. So
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. I had to kind of just go for it.
Do you recommend doing that, like going random, or do you recommend like living with someone you kind of know already?
Ultimately, it's up to you. You know how much you're willing to risk.
I don't know.
Because for me, I okay. Here's the thing. There's a difference between being friends with somebody and there's a difference between living with somebody. Like if you're friends with somebody, it's cool. You see them once in a while, everything's clean and everything. But when you live with somebody, it's much different. You get to see how they really are, what time they go to sleep, what time,
Right.
because you live with that person all the time. You see who
Uh-huh.
they. Some roommates that I had, they would bring people over. It's up to you if you like that or not.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, would I recommend it? I say if you want to try living with somebody new or you want to meet new people, I would do it because I did it. But also keep in mind that it could go it could go two ways. It could go like either because some people meet some really cool roommates and then that's like their lifelong friends for the quarter and everything's good. I didn't have that experience. I had issues with my roommates my first year, my second year, so I can tell you that yeah, I can only give you my perspective. I can't give you the other perspective where people meet the roommates and they're like lifelong friends. Because yeah, I had issues with my roommates, so yeah.
I don't know, like I guess to do a break, do you like, I don't know, have any questions for me?
What made you choose UCLA? I want to know that. Like,
I
why
was
did
gonna
you
ask you
choose
that.
UCLA?
So I don't know, UCLA has been like my dream school since like, I don't know, 5th grade. And like, I don't know, like just touring the campus is pretty cool, I've always had my like heart set on UCLA. Since
Yeah.
freshman year, I always carried this keychain that always had UCLA.
Do you
Like I
still
always,
have it? Do you still
yeah,
have it?
I still have it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but it's all like ripped up and stuff because
Yeah.
like I've had it for years. And like everyone, like I was that one kid who would always wear like UCLA merch because
Oh
like
wow.
yeah, I would always have the hoodie on or like the keychain or like a hat. So like that was my thing.
And
And
what was it? What was it about UCLA that you liked the most? Was it just like, oh, UCLA, I like the atmosphere? Or what was it? Was it like one day you just, I don't know, you just woke up one day and you were like UCLA. I'm
no,
falling in love
no.
with UCLA.
I think it's probably like I guess the school pride or like the atmosphere on it, like how I don't know how to describe it. It's very like
Uplifting, and you meet people that are like, oh, this is
yeah.
amazing. And so, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I kind of like about it, and also that the sports they get wild and stuff. The academics
Yeah.
extra strong. They're number 1 now.
Yeah, you already know. You already know.
I was actually debating between Berkeley and LA, and like I don't know. I
And why
thought
did you,
Berkeley was.
and
Huh?
why'd you choose UCLA over Berkeley?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like when I visited Berkeley and like stepped on the campus floor. It was like I don't know, bro. Like it was a gloomy day. It was raining, and I saw a bunch of like Asian kids like looking depressed. Like
Oh no, 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 no.
I don't know about this, and
Yeah.
it didn't look nice.
Okay, okay. Why did you choose your major, or why did you choose business economics? Because I came in as undeclared. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So, why did you choose business economics? Is it because like you want to be like an entrepreneur, or like
Ooh, like to be honest, I don't even know what I want to do with life.
it's all
Like,
good, bro? It's all good.
like I don't know. I just thought business was my best thing because a lot of people say that I don't know. I have like a thing for like communicating and presenting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like is like I remember this is not the first time like I did an entrepreneurial thing. Like I also
Mm-hmm.
did something like my freshman summer where like I did like a little tech company where it, like failed. But like I don't
It's
know
all
because
right,
of that.
It's all
Yeah, it's
right.
all right. It's all right. Yeah, but because of that, I don't know. I kind of like I'm like I was more geared towards the entrepreneurship minor than the major of business economics. If that makes
I
sense.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that interests me more. So I went for business outside, but I don't know if that's really my thing though.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I can tell you for sure that one tip that I would give, because I was undeclared, and if I could talk to my freshman year self, I would definitely tell myself to try because you have GE classes. So I
Mm-hmm.
suggest that you try as much as you can, like try English classes, try there's some theater classes, there's some film classes, there's some yeah, try some math classes. I know for econ you definitely need it, so
Yeah.
you want to try that. Try some physiological science classes, which is like health and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Try biology, if you
I heard
want.
it's hard. I heard it's hard.
everything is hard, man. Everything is hard. But yeah, because what I did, I just sort of stuck with STEM, and I told myself I was gonna graduate with STEM. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm gonna graduate with STEM, and that's always been my goal, because I might go for my master's. But I'm on the same boat as you, man. I'm a third year. I guess I do know. I have like, I know where I want to go. I just don't know how I want to get there, and I think that the beauty of me trying to get there is gonna get me there. So I know I want to be an entrepreneur in the future. I want to have my own company. I would love to own businesses, just so I can retire my parents, and also so I can have the life I could give my kids, the life that I wish I would have had, you know. But yeah, I think with entrepreneurship and with everything else that I've learned, I'm not an entrepreneurship minor. There's one of the programs that I do suggest, and I'm gonna type it here. There's this program called Startup UCLA. This program is located in Colville Commons 203. I know this because I've been here so many times. So this program helps students that have an idea for a business. You get to pair up with a consultant, like a business consultant that works there, or somebody that is able to give you advice on how to start your idea. For me, in 2018, I was like, because I mean, I've done photography, film for like a long time.
Right.
Am I the best at it? I can't say I'm the best at it, but I know a little bit of things. You know, and so pretty much I went there I actually went there my second year, or my freshman year. I don't remember when I first went, but pretty much I told them that I wanted to do like photo services for UCLA and stuff like that, just to see if I can get it monetized. And they helped me out, and I actually spoke with this person, so I spoke with her specifically. I could also put you the link afterwards.
Yeah.
But she ultimately helped me out on how to start my business. She gave me tips on how I can get money off of it. And she gave me ideas on like if I could start taking like headshot photos around campus. Graduation photos are popular here. And also she hired me herself to shoot like some startup UCLA events. So that's a great resource. Another thing about that is they also offer like internships with startups that UCLA students have made. So I was part of last summer. I was part of a Prism. It was like a backpack startup called Prism. And I was their content and photography intern. So I did that for like a couple months in the summer. And then last quarter, like I'd say like 3-4 weeks ago, I got into their entrepreneurship 2-day startup program. And essentially what that is, it's a program for people that want to be entrepreneurs. And if you have an idea, you get to network with all these other like-minded students. And then during that program, a basic rundown is like day one, you pitch your idea and you try to sell people your idea to join your group, to join your team. And if your idea wins, then people could vote on what projects they want to work on. The second day, you do a lot of like marketing, and you talk to your potential clients and everything. And then your third day, you pitch it to you do a pitch. So your team does a pitch to investors that come on that day and stuff like that. So it's more about like entrepreneurship, starting up. That's also a great program. And it happens, you apply to it. But yeah, like, yeah, that's ultimately like what I want to do. I want to do entrepreneurship. But if I could do it like impacting people and talking to people, I think it'd be more meaningful. But ultimately, like, you know, if I can give you a piece of advice, just do something that makes you happy. And because if you do something that makes you happy, you can go on for hours. Like literally, like I love creating content. That like 2 days ago, I was just like brainstorming my ideas, writing them down, and I went from like 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. just literally brainstorming like out of all the different ideas. And it doesn't feel like work. Like you'll know when it feels like work But yeah, if you do something that makes you happy, you'll be more successful and stuff like that. But yeah.
Are the oh god are the
You're good.
business are the business like, how do I say it, clubs like super cutthroat, or clubs in general?
What do you mean, like by that?
Like, do they have like super like demanding requirements, like you need a super high GPA, you need good like resume, stuff like that?
No. I mean, there's definitely some clubs that do require you to like. Okay, so I joined like a dance club my freshman year. I
Let's
tried
go.
to join it. I think it was called the NSA. I can't remember fully, but it was pretty much I was in a room. It was majority Korean and Asian, so I was like a Mexican in there. So I didn't know how to dance, but pretty much like in order for you to join their clubs, like the dance clubs, is you have to audition, and if you win that audition, you get to participate with them and stuff like that.
Bruh.
When it comes to other clubs,
Mm.
like I said, I was part of the Brew and Life yearbook. That one, I kind of just submitted an application, showing them my experience. When it comes to like yeah, I don't like even the Society of Latino Engineers and Scientists. You don't need a specific GPA. You don't need anything specific. Um,
Right.
yeah, there's also like other clubs like tech. I know there's this new club called like the data science, uh,
Mm-hmm.
something along data science. And I remember I wanted to join it because I wanted to learn more about it. But that one did have like
Mm-hmm.
you need to have like certain experience. Um,
Mm.
Oh, there's also this club at UCLA called the Brewing Entrepreneurs. But
Oh,
no,
okay.
the ones that I've joined, they haven't been super cutthroat. It's really if you want to gain experience, they would help you out. Some clubs do have networking opportunities as well.
How has like, what does an average day in your life like look like?
When I lived at UCLA, obviously it's different. When I lived at UCLA, I would wake up, go to, I would. This is funny, but I would wake up at 4 a.m. I would go to the gym because no one is at the gym at 4 a.m. I would go to the John Wooden Center gym, because I lived on campus. Then I would go from like 4:30 to like 5:30, come back. When everybody was waking up, I was already done with my workout, so that felt good. No one was there.
Yeah.
So I was the morning, then I would wake up, go to breakfast. My favorite place to eat was like at B Plate. I would
Mm.
always go to B Plate because it's
Mm.
like the healthiest place, and I was trying to pack on muscle, so I would always go there. And then I would have like a class, probably like a class, and then my PLF sessions, so like my tutoring sessions.
Mm.
And then I would go back to campus like around 4 or 5 p.m. I would go eat at B Plate again. um, and then after eating, if I had like a club commitment or if I had something to do, then I would go to that meeting, or like I would go to like a club meeting.
Mm.
Um, and then afterwards, I just study from 7 to 11, 7 to 12. If I wanted to film like a YouTube video, I
Yeah.
brainstorm or whatever. So it was kind of bad because I would only sleep like 4 hours. But
Yeah.
that's my typical day in the life.
Oh god.
That's how it was when I lived there. However, now that I commute, it varies because well, the good thing is that I have my car now,
Mm.
and I know how to drive. So I recently just got my license too. So but now my day, last quarter, my day really consisted of just waking up 7 a.m., getting ready, drive to UCLA.
Mm.
It'll take me like a 1 hour, no, not a 1 hour drive. Well, actually, yeah, it would be like a 1 hour in the morning because of
Oh.
traffic. And I don't live that far from UCLA. Like if I go on the freeway, there's no cars. Like especially now because I've driven in the freeway. Like
Mm.
during these times,
Yeah.
it takes me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the freeway, no cars, bro. So
Oh
it's
wow.
amazing. Yeah, but
Yeah.
um yeah, so I would do that, and then I would do like my so like I'm an intern for the undocumented student program at UCLA. So
Mm-hmm.
from 9 to 11, I would have work or volunteer work. I say work because it's, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd have class from 11 to 12. Then I'd have another class from 12 to 1, and then I'd have like a 2 hour gap. And in
Mm.
that 2 hour gap, I would eat the food that I had prepared, or I would buy food on campus.
Mm.
And then I have another class from like 2 to 4. So then after my class, I'd be like hella exhausted and I'd want to sleep and stuff, but I wouldn't sleep because yeah, I just can't. I mean, I didn't live on campus, so it's different. I had to change my schedule so many times, right? So from 5 to like 9 p.m. I would study on campus. So I would stay on campus up until 9 p.m. And if it's like something that, like if it's like a really important class or like I really want to do super well, I would stay up till like 11 on campus, 11 p.m. And then at 11, at 11 p.m. I would go home. So at 11 p.m. I would go home. But the beauty of going home around that time is freeway wasn't bad. But the bad thing about it is that I don't have parking by where I live, so I have to look for parking. So sometimes I'll spend like an hour looking for parking.
An hour?
Yeah, like an hour. So that's bad. But you know, next year if I do end up commuting again, I'll probably like purchase like a monthly parking around here where I live too. But yeah, that was like my typical day in a life. Like last quarter, I didn't do YouTube during the quarter because I just couldn't handle it. I was still trying to balance stuff. But right now, like I'm at home and I have a bit more time, so I'm like, you know what? It's time to hop back on and stuff. Yeah.
Still shocked. 4 hours of sleep? Like, how's that possible? What?
It's not possible, man, and I don't recommend you do it. Yeah, like I always say, my dreams keep me up at night sometimes. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for anyone else because sometimes, like, I realize that sleep is very important for you to retain information. Like, one thing is like learning it like that day off, but sleeping helps you retain information. And if you're only sleeping X amount of hours, 4 hours, you're not gonna retain as much information. And what I realized is like I would sort of forget things more often when I slept 4 hours than when I sleep like 5 or 6 hours now. But that's just me, you know. I can't like, but that's only because like I'm trying to do so many things, and yeah, ultimately what I'm doing for me, it's gonna benefit me. It's not for anyone else, you know. It's helping me. I'm doing YouTube because, you know, I never know, maybe I could be a YouTuber. I don't know what happens, but like I said, I just want to inspire people, talk to people and stuff like that, and be an entrepreneur ultimately. And anything will get me there. I know that for entrepreneurship, there's, you know, to be a doctor, you have to go to medical school to do all these things, to be a lawyer, law school and everything. For me, entrepreneurship is really all about like making the right financial decisions. And I can't give you advice on that because I don't know much on that. I'm still learning it, but hopefully someday in the future I know more. But yeah, I'm kind of still like flirting with different things in life. Like, you know, if there's an opportunity for me to be like to be in marketing, I'll do it. If there's an opportunity for me to do like law, I'll do it, you know, because ultimately I don't know what's the shoe that's gonna fit the best. Right now I know I like content and I know I like making people happy or like sharing my stuff, so that's what I want to focus on. And if I enjoy what I'm doing and at the end of the day, like I'm very content on what I've done, then that's ultimately what matters to me. Because like I said, when I came in, I was trying so hard to fit in, and I was doing things based on what people would tell me. But if you're doing what other people tell you to be, then who's gonna be you? You know, who's gonna be you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I sort of found myself, I guess. And I'm only a third year, you know, but there's always things to learn. I can't tell you I have it all figured it out, but I'm definitely in a better place than when I came in.
Do you have like any, like, what have been like some of your biggest regrets during college?
My biggest regrets? Wow. Yeah. Let's see. Let me think about this. Honestly, I guess it's not really college related, but I do regret that for a year no, it is college related. Yeah, so for a year, my second year, I really wanted to get into engineering, so I told myself that I was just gonna work on that, focus on that, and let go of everything that I had going on at that time. So I deactivated my Instagram. I didn't go on YouTube. I told my friends that I just needed this whole quarter just to myself. I was very antisocial for a whole quarter. And that really took a toll on me, like mental health wise, because I realized that, you know, at least for me, I really need other people. Like I'm much happier. I'm much happier when I'm around people. I'm much happier. Like success doesn't mean anything to me, or like my accomplishments don't mean anything if I can't share them with people. But yeah, that quarter I let go of everything, and all I did was study, like literally nothing else. I would just study. I let go of going to the gym. I let go of other things that made me happy, and that really took a toll on my mental health. And I fell in depression and anxiety. And it showed, and that was the quarter that I fell under academic probation. But it was because I let go of other things that made me happy, you know, like I said, I became antisocial, and that really hurt me because I'm a very social person, and I like talking to people. So that's one of the things that, like, I think that's my biggest regret, that I let go of everything for a whole quarter, and that really messed up. Well, for one, it messed up my GPA. For two, I was in academic probation, and for three, I wasn't happy. I wasn't content with what I was doing. Yeah, maybe I knew my stuff really well, but I wasn't really happy with what I was doing every morning, every day. Does that answer your question?
No, yeah.
Yeah. Besides that, I don't have any other regrets. Like, I don't regret going to a party. I don't regret like joining certain things. I'm very grateful for everything that I've gotten. Thus far, obviously it hasn't been a lot, but every little experience that I've had has either taught me something or I've bounced back harder. Like through academic probation, it taught me that like I can't do everything on my own, and I need other people. But it also taught me to learn how to ask for help. And I wish I would have done it sooner, because ultimately, like, if you're struggling at UCLA, no one's gonna know if you're struggling. No one's gonna know if you're in academic probation if you're not outspoken to it. Like, I wouldn't really go much to office hours in my second year. But then in like once I wanted to get out of academic probation, that's when I started doing all these other things, like going to office hours. I also went to like the mental health services, the CAPS, which is like the counseling. You know, I don't know if you heard of CAPS before, but
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so pretty much it's a lot of like mental health therapists. You have a one-on-one conversation.
Doesn't it have like doesn't UCLA have like the worst department? I heard that the mental health department at UCLA is really poor.
No, I mean, it's actually really good. I mean, they really helped me. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, you know. Like I said, I can only speak on how they helped me. So for me, in my opinion, it really helped me get over like my depression and everything.
Isn't there like a waiting process though? Because like every time I'm looking at Reddit, they're all like, "Oh, you have to wait a month to get an appointment," and like that's like super controversial. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, well, it really depends. This is another thing that I advise you to do. Networking. Try to meet as many. So like if you're gonna be in organizations and involved with them, I'm very involved with the undocumented student programs. So like through there, they also have like their own CAPS therapist, and it's much easier for me to get an appointment than if I was waiting in line with everybody else.
Gotcha.
So just really try to use your community to your advantage and stuff like that, you know, because that's ultimately the best way you're gonna get an appointment with them if you want to meet with them, because they do get a lot of requests. But yeah, like I said, like if you ever need help with anything, you can always contact me. I mean, you have my Instagram or I could even give you my email or my number if you want to contact me during the. Yeah, I could give it to you after, but yeah, does that answer your question?
No, yeah, it does.
Any other questions?
I mean, I guess the last thing's like, I don't know. Do you have any last final tips for me as a freshman? I don't know. Anything you want to shout?
Yeah, for sure. One tip I can give you: ask for help. Let it be known if you're struggling. Tell your friends, tell people that you trust, tell your parents. They'll always be there for you. Number two, try with your general education courses, try multiple things. You know, get a feel of everything, and see what you like, what you don't like. Even though you're like business economics, don't well, I mean, like you said, like if you for sure want to be a business economics major, then go towards that path, you know. But if you don't, I suggest, you know, take one econ course, take two econ courses, take three, and then find out if this is something that you wanna continue or not. Another thing, take care of your health, meaning not only physical health but also your mental health. When I came in, I didn't believe that mental health was an issue, but when it really hit me, it was hard for me to succeed in my classes because of my depression and stuff like that. And then physical health, if I also realized that there was a quarter where I started eating like junk food. It was that quarter of my depression and stuff. And it's when you start eating junk food, it makes you want to go to sleep much faster. And at least for me, I would fall asleep way too much when I would eat unhealthy. And then when I started eating much healthier again, I would last longer. Like throughout my day, I'd be more awake.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's through my experience. That's through my experience. Obviously not. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what else. Number 4. Try different things. Try different things that are not like that are not like academic related. So you know, like try, if you want to join. There's a running club. There's all sorts of clubs. I actually tried out for the soccer club at UCLA. I made it up until the final tryouts, but then I didn't get in because I forgot my cleats that day. So, but I'm sure that every experience that you get, you're not gonna regret it. Join different organizations. You know, join people of color organizations. Join organizations that don't have a lot of people of color, like we're entrepreneurs. Startup UCLA also doesn't have a lot of people of color. Expand your horizons, you know, network with people. I spoke about this one too. Surround yourself with people that are surround yourself with people that are better than you and people that are not at your level, because the people that are better than you are gonna help you when you need help, and then the person below you is gonna also, you're gonna be able to help them. And the best way to learn something, if you're able to teach it to somebody, then you really know your stuff. You know? And the last thing I'd say, just believe in yourself, believe in your skills, and this could apply with academics, this could apply with social life, this could apply with internship opportunities and other things. Even with scholarships, you know, like sometimes scholarships tell you like, oh, you need a 3.2 GPA, 3.0. And even though you might not have it, there's always you don't know what's gonna happen, you know. Like I've applied to a scholarship that I didn't have the GPA for it, but I got it. Why? Because not a lot of people applied, and I was the best applicant out of all those things, you know. So there's always little things to it. And I also know somebody that applied. It was like a women's scholarship, and this person was a guy, and he got it because nobody applied. So yeah, man. But really believe in yourself, you know, believe in what you know, what to do. Like for me, I've been a film production assistant twice. I've gone to the YouTube studio here in LA. I was part of like a fellowship at AT&T for film, and I'm not a film major, bro. So you know, so just believe in yourself and try different things, and yeah, I think that's ultimately it. And feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out to me, like if anything, like I'll be here as a resource, but on top of it, like, yeah, we could be friends and stuff like that. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. Like I say, man, like I'm always out for learning about other people and everything. And if I can help you or anybody else, if I could just help one person, then I did my stuff, you know. yeah, I think that's ultimately like the advice that I'd give. I think it's like 8 things, 7 things.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't. Oh, I think I thought of one last one.
Okay.
Don't let your grades define who you are, unless unless your career does require for you to go to a higher education and stuff like that. Then yeah, your GPA matters, but at the end of the day, the main thing that you should focus on is learning. Just keep learning, keep growing on your skills, keep becoming a better you. Ultimately, these next couple of years are gonna teach you so much, and I know that if we have this conversation in like 2 years, you're gonna be in a different place. And honestly, that'd be dope. That'd be cool if we have this conversation in 2 years, and you can tell me how it's going, and stuff like that. Because in 2 years I won't be a UCLA student anymore, but I would probably be in my professional life, or I don't know what I'll be doing, honestly.
Yeah.
Life is unpredictable, man, and life could change in a matter of seconds, like this whole coronavirus thing. But I hope you're like staying safe and everything. And yeah, last tip. This is a last tip.
All right.
Go to events that offer free food, man. So,
all right.
Sometimes you have classes all throughout your day, and it's hard for you to walk from campus all the way to the hill. So if you see an event, go to it if there's free pizza, free food. I've done it before, man. And then you also never know like what other things you might be interested in.
Yeah.
I've gone to things that I haven't been interested in. Like I've gone to like something about like politics just to get free food. I've gone to like free movie screenings. I don't even stay for the full movie. I just go get the food, stay, and then go. But but try different things, man. I tried dancing. I tried a bunch of things. But yeah, just do what makes you happy, man, and feel free to reach out to me if you ever need anything.
Do you have a LinkedIn?
I do.
All right, for sure. Can I add you on LinkedIn?
Yeah, for sure. You want me to post it here, or you can do the underline? But yeah, this is my account. And I'm always okay. I'm not too involved in there. I'm still trying to get more involved with that. But I heard it's a great resource. I'm still trying to figure out how it's gonna help me like post-grad, and I know I'll be using it more this year when I become a senior. So but yeah, is that good enough?
That's good. I think that's good.
All right. Well, I had a great time talking to you. And this is great, man. This is great. I mean, this is something that I've never done before, but I thought it would be like a cool a cool little conversation.
Yeah.
A cool experience, But I hope you out with at least one thing, just one.
It did. A lot. You
yeah? All right, man. Well, I can't wait to hear your success and your experience and in at UCLA. And I can't. yeah.
I still can't believe it's like UCLA.
Bro, that's what's up. And I hope that in 2 years we can have this conversation.
For sure. Yeah.
Follow up, and then you can let me know how it goes. But is there any last minute things you wanna tell me or anything?
All right. So I guess like how's like the relationships like at UCLA? Like finding girlfriends.
Okay. Well, I haven't been in a relationship at UCLA, man. It's a bit hard.
It is.
But the reason for me why I think it's hard for me is because I think I'm looking for something I'm looking for a commitment, and the people that I've tried to get in relationships with, they're really not about like commitment. They're more about like, it's just like dating and stuff like that. But I want something more special, I think I'm just more I think I'm just more strict, and I know what I want. I think that's why it's been hard for me. But also there's always I have a lot to do, man. So I'm trying to do a lot too. Sure, I'm trying to do a lot. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure that if you if you want to look for somebody, I'm sure you'll find it. I can't tell you, I can't tell you about that because I haven't had success. But yeah, I've had certain friends that have had relationships here, and they seem really really happy. And I'd be happy to shoot their photos, you know, their photos. So yeah.
I guess I don't know. Wait, okay. Last question. All right, so
Go for it, bro. We already. No, yeah, go for it.
We passed the time
It's all
limit.
good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
So like, I don't know. Like recently, I've been like, you know how you said like you care so much about like living their expectations or whatever, like your school. I feel like that has been happening to me lately because like I'm so afraid about like making friends in college. And like not being able to like I guess satisfy them or like you know.
No, bro. Like I said, man. Like, don't be afraid. Don't let fear get in the way of you like moving forward. You can't let that. It's totally okay to be. How?
Yeah.
You just okay. So here's my tip. Right? Just join a club. When usually in the first 2 weeks when you join a club, you have people that you introduce yourself. And just don't think about making 10 friends in that club. Just think about making one friend. Just look around and be like, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. Why did you choose UCLA or something like that? You know, my beginning thing when I made friends in my classes, I just, so I would introduce myself to the person next to me and I would tell them, hey, what's your name? And then I'll tell them, "What do you want to study together?" You know, honestly, I didn't get rejected. Nobody ever rejected me through that.
Okay.
And then, like I said, AAP would always help you because, like in the PLF sessions, it's like 6 people. You could definitely meet other people. But yeah, that's how I met friends, man. And also in your floor, talk to people on your floor. Talk to your roommates. Go to different clubs. You never know who you'll meet. Honestly, you never know who you meet. You could literally be at the gym, and I've made some friends at the gym, bro. Like literally, they'll be like, "Oh, are you done with that bench press?" I'll be like, "Yeah, man, go for it. Havana, what's your name?" And then just start talking. Obviously, it's kind of awkward sometimes because some people don't want to talk to you, but for the most part, everybody that I've met here, they're very chill. And sometimes I forget who I know because like last time, okay, before this whole pandemic thing, I went to the student store and I forgot that I had met this person, and this person's like, "Hey Maya, how you doing, man?" And I was like, "Oh, like I don't remember you," you know, and it's kind of embarrassing. But yeah, just really, just my tip is just try to step out of your comfort zone once in a while, introduce yourself with other people, and don't worry about satisfying them or being enough. You are enough. You're worth it. Whoever becomes your friend, see that, and don't try to please. Don't try to please anybody. Don't try to have expectations. And don't be someone that you're not. You know, like just be yourself. And the right people, you'll find them.
That's good advice.
Just believe in yourself, man. Like you're worth it. You deserve everything that you have right now. And as a matter of fact, you deserve way more. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. All right.
Awesome.
This is it. So,
man.
Thank you for talking. Thank you for the advice. I really appreciate it. And hopefully, you know, I'm gonna graduate as business economics, you know, and make friends.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, you got it. And like I said, feel free to reach out to me. And I hope that you stay safe. If you have any other questions, just
keep it super thorough, my way on this side. Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East coastin' or we in the Haven Hills, in the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you callin' bluffs, I show and prove, yeah, it's for real. Son of God, not a son of sin.